Hi, it's Joanne. I'm going to be watching The Clone Wars Season 3, Episode 2, Arc Troopers. No idea what this could be about, other than Spark Troopers. A reminder that you can find the unedited version on my Patreon, along with all of my reactions. You get that 2 weeks in advance. You can get the edited version of this 1 week in advance. And let's go.
They're going to attack our home planet.
Oh, your home planet, bless you, little clone souls.
This is personal for us clones. We'll make sure Camino is secure.
It's just so sad. I'm still feeling sad about the clones and their existence. I know these ones are like happy and loyal, but they're just so brainwashed. But no, this is definitely the sort of plan. Given that they make clones in one place, get rid of that and you cripple them.
Are the aqua droids prepared for phase 2 of the plan?
Oh gosh, they're underwater. They're already on the planet? Oh dear.
But the Republic blockade is far too strong. They would not dare.
They're already here somehow, given that's what you think.
General's received word of an impending attack here. Well, how can I help?
Oh, 99. I hate that they use him as like, they're all slaves essentially, and they just use him as like a dog's body, and I just disagree with the concept of the clones in every way, shape or form. Okay. Is this the distraction while Ventress, or whatever her stupid name is? If the blockade is literally blockaded, did she like sneak around the back of the planet to get in the water?
You know me, Broadside. I'd rather be up here than stuck in a command center.
There's about to be a battle down there, I'm guessing. Oh, gold. Is that the signal? The fact that there's debris? Oh, those are the landing crafts. Right? Shit. That is a really smart way of getting past the blockade.
It's too easy. Not even Grievous would attack so recklessly.
Nope.
Master, only you could be worried about the ships I already shot down.
Cocky, cocky, cocky little boy.
Wait a minute. Looks as though they're assembling assault craft.
Yep. Maybe don't get too close.
Right there. Do not move.
I don't know why you got that close. Prick. How deep is he? Is he gonna need to go in a decompression chamber? Can he ride one of them?
Thanks for the lift, friend.
Oh, I love that he even jumped out of the water to help him. Yep, too late, too late.
Bridge in sniper positions. Yes, sir. We're on it.
Be safe. Oh god. Oh, for God's sake. Why is this so efficient? So he's here himself. Oh, I suppose he knows his ships could have been destroyed. Oh, Lord, babies.
This is no place for you.
He wants to help his brothers. I hope 99 is able to do something super heroic.
Droids here to capture the
Droid, behind us.
Oh,
There's more.
no.
Cadets.
Babies. Oh. They're so brave.
I'll handle breaking into
Why?
the DNA room.
Because if you need the DNA, just grab a clone. Or does it have to be the pure DNA?
One and the same. Same heart, same blood.
They're children.
Training is in your blood.
Get them into like a defensive position. Give them supplies so they can defend themselves.
Our war.
What about weapons?
Is no one else guarding this but Anakin on his way?
Hurry up. The droids have almost reached the barracks. Let's get into position.
Where are other children? Because that's like one little troop. Oh goodness.
Get those doors open and scare the remaining clones out of hiding.
Open up. So she's not also planning on destroying it, she's just taking some. Rude.
Your clone army is doomed.
I beg to differ, Grievous.
You do talk a lot, don't you? Time to... How much longer than the episode? How long do you have left to run away? Oh, there you go. He is so... He could win an Olympic sprinting medal because he's just the quickest to run. Why is there only one batch of cadets around? Are there others in other secure locations instead? Come on, Anakin. Oh, Golden, she runs.
Last one, Commander. Make it count. I'll get more.
No!
99. You can't. I'm a soldier, like you.
Oh.
This is what I was bred for.
You've just been mistreated. All of the clones are mistreated by being forced into being a war, but 99 has been mistreated his whole life and made to be feel as though he was lesser than. And I hate it. You did want to swim. You did say you wanted to swim.
We've got to stop bleeding like this, my friend.
Is it the same one? Because I love him if it is. Okay, we need to get that DNA. No? No? Yes. Good.
Let the clones execute you right now.
Not this time.
Well, I mean, you 100% should be arrested, but like, it's very clear that she was looking for an escape. And again, you failed.
We did it.
Are they all?
We're back.
Weren't there 5 of them before?
We lost a true soldier.
No.
He really was one of us.
I'm really sad about that. And every other clone that died.
Both really what any clone would have done.
What you're brainwashed into doing, but you were very brave.
Real courage. Both officially being made ARC troopers.
Oh.
But if they do, Camino will be lucky to have clones like you defending it.
Oh.
Good job, men.
They deserve a reward. Okay, so I'm really sad about 99. I mean, I was already sad the last time we saw him to think that just because he wasn't the perfect clone they wanted, they made him like do all the cleaning and just be treated like he was nothing. But any clone that comes out in peak physical condition gets brainwashed into fighting. I try in most episodes that don't deal directly with kind of issues to do with the clones to not dwell on how much I disagree with the clones. I do struggle to succeed at that, but given that I disagree with conscription, cloning people just to brainwash them into war is a whole other story. But 99's whole life, he was just treated like dirt. You know, they could have found him some kind of logistical position, some kind of like organisation, planning, not like menial labour, especially when he is physically affected in a way that makes it hard for him to do that kind of stuff, makes it painful for him. There are so many roles within a war, there are so many avenues you can take that do not have to be bang bang shoot shoot. They could have found one of those for him. He could have been a coordinator for the training, he could have trained the cadets about healing or something. You know, there are so many avenues they could have done to be kind to him because they mucked up when cloning him or whatever, and yet they treated him as a slave. And you could see just how much the clone brainwashing gets through to them, because obviously he would never been brought up in the same way as the other boys, but he knows what his purpose is, he knows why he was bred, it's in his blood, and so he was willing to give his life. Now, I have a lot of respect for him for being willing to give his life and for wanting to fight, despite his the difficulties he would have in it compared to the others, with how much he truly loved each and every one of his brothers, with how much he cared about his home. And honestly, I am so upset about that ending with him. As it was happening, I thought it might happen, but I was really hoping he was going to just be a little bit injured or something, and then they'd be like, oh wow, yeah, aren't we dicks for mistreating you or making you be a servant to all of us. We're all slaves, but you're a servant slave. I don't know. Just, it made me sad, and kind of seeing the heroic gesture. I wasn't the biggest fan of how they were getting the little cadets to help. I think, like, given the position they were in, yes, the cadets should definitely fight back rather than just meekly die. But I think they should have treated them as like a last resort, as like, you stay back here, you are the... I know they weren't in overly amounts of danger, but the way they were kind of talking to them, you could maybe have seen those kids sort of just trying to rush off and be the head of the battle. I don't know. have issues with the clones, but they're all just brainwashed. They are loyal, they do care about each other, and that I think is the thing that is sort of redeeming about the clone concept of the clones, is their sense of brotherhood that they have. Yeah, there are rivalries and things throughout, but they are a family, they are a people, they view this as their home planet, even though it's not. It's a cloning facility, but they really care about each other and they care about where they come from. So that was nice to see. I'm intrigued about exactly what the Separatists would have done with the DNA. Do they want it to make some kind of like biological weapon? I don't imagine they'd have wanted to make their own clones, because they've just got droids for that. Why would they also need clones? It's a lot more effort to go to. It's why the droid army has more forces, is because it's easier to churn out droids and program them than it is to create a clone and brainwash it throughout its childhood, train it up and ship it out, even with accelerated growth. So I don't entirely know what they would have done. Potentially some kind of biological weapon. Now for that surely you could just nab a fallen clone off a battlefield. Maybe it would need to be the purest of forms of the DNA, the original, but I don't know, I'm intrigued. Also intrigued, like, I feel like she probably could have easily planted explosives of some kind and done something to permanently, I basically think the Separatists missed out on a huge opportunity here, because they could have crippled this place. They could have destroyed the cloning facility with the DNA. They could have, you know, blown up huge chunks of it, and they kind of just killed some clones and then ran off when it didn't go to plan. I think they were very well primed to plant bombs or to do all sorts of chaos that could have really disrupted them for a very long time, rather than just the people that sadly died here and for the aftermath of the battle. So this plan did not go well, and I do not imagine that Count Dooku is going to be too impressed with his underlings. They're very good at fleeing though. Once again, I would give them 10 out of 10 for fleeing. I think Ventress, she only gets a 8 out of 10 because someone else had to like directly come for her. She almost got captured. So yeah, she gets a 8 out of 10. This was a very good episode though. It was very tense. I feel like it explored more of the clone's sense of brotherhood and purpose and home, which I enjoy, even though it kind of makes me angry. This was a good episode. Thank you so much for watching.